You guys know what it is. You guys are back on with tutoring with Mr. Surreals. Had to get a little quick intro in for all of you guys out there. Now, today we're going to be going over taxonomy and classification. You guys have a content check coming up either Wednesday or Thursday for your respective classes. And you guys know every video Mr. Surreals is going to review, go over some things that you guys need to know, remember, and go back and study. So, let's start off with the basics. Who made taxonomy? Why did he make taxonomy? What is his name? Carlos Linnaeus. Now, I'm going to spell it for you guys so tomorrow, if or when you see it, you guys know exactly who you're looking at. Carolus Linnaeus. Carlos Linnaeus. All right? That is the father of taxonomy and classification. What did he want us to know when he discovered classification and taxonomy? Well, knowing that all of us come from similar ancestry. We all have similar traits. We all have things that make us who we are, that make us alike and make us different in the same ways. So today, I want you guys to know that whether it's a domain, whether it's kingdom, whether it's phylum, whether it's class, whether it's family, genus, or species, the main point is diversity and where you fit in, where it starts and where it stops. All right, so let's get into classification. Classification. D, King Philip, came for good spaghetti. D, King Philip, came for good spaghetti. So what does the D mean? Domain. The largest taxa, the most diverse. It has 3 different categories. 3. Eukaryote, prokaryote, animal. So in that, understand the King Phil came for good spaghetti. It's an acronym that will help you guys tomorrow. It'll help you guys put it in order. It'll help you guys remember the names. It'll help you remember how to read it. So, the D stands for domain, the largest group, the largest taxa, the most diverse one. And it's 3 different categories in domain. 3 different domains. Remember that. King, that's shortened for kingdom. There are 6 kingdoms in classification. We have our 2 bacterias. We have 1 protist. We have a plant kingdom. We have an animal kingdom and a fungi kingdom. All right? So those 6 different kingdoms are all of the different sections of organisms. All right? We got bacteria, we got protists, we got plants, animals, and fungi. Phil. D, King Phil. Philip, Phil, whatever you want to call him. I might call him PJ sometimes. D, King Phil. Phil stands for phylum. Phylum is based off one thing. Remember this, because it's going to be a question that asks you. Phylum is based off, does the organism have a backbone? So, there's 2 phylums. One's without a backbone and one's with a backbone. That's as simple as it's gonna get for phylum. Do you have a spine, a backbone? All right? D, King Philip came for. 4 is short for family. Family. The relation you have in your class to your class. So just how class... Oh, I skipped one. So let's go back. Let's rewind. You guys know we do this live. We go straight through. We make mistakes. We take breaks. We do all of that. So I skipped class. D, King Philip came. Came stands for class. All right, class is the type of organism you are. Mammal, amphibian, bacteria, protists, algae, you name it. All class is saying is the type of organism you are. Like all of my classes or your classes will be human class. Unless you're a hybrid. You don't want to disrespect anybody. 4, family. Family is the direct relation you have to those organisms in your class. So what similarities may 2 humans have? Okay, we might be in the human class, but one of us might be in the black hair family. One of us might be in the brown hair family. One of us might be in the red hair family. So that's where the traits and the characteristics start to, become similar. Like your family at home. You guys don't all look alike. You guys don't have all the same genetic makeup. You guys don't have the same DNA sequence all the way through your bodies, but you guys are closely related to each other to the point to where your similarities and traits make you guys alike in more areas than you guys are diverse in. Let's keep moving. D. King Philip came for good. Good. Good stands for genus. And I'll keep reading because genus and species, D. King Philip came for good spaghetti, species. Those 2 are our naming systems. We name organisms off of genus and species. This is how you are specifically named in scientific rooms and research and purposes. So when you guys are looking at the last 2, when you guys get to the bottom of genus and species after family, you guys gotta know that genus is like your first name. All right? Genus is like your first name. Species is your last name. So genus will go first, species will go second. Now, understand this when I say this. Your genus is the common name. The common name. So, just how there are not just one Mr. Sorrells, but my brother is Mr. Sorrells too. My father is Mr. Sorrells too. My grandfather was Mr. Sorrells too. But where my species comes in is Shane. It's Shane. So whether my name is Sorrells or Shane, those are how we name specific species in science, in biology, in classification, in taxonomy. So just remember, genus and species, those are our naming processes, how they are specifically named. You will find the genus as the first name and the species, specific species, as the last name. So let's review. Let's just go over some quick hitters that I want you guys to know as we get ready for the test tomorrow. Prokaryote versus eukaryote. Do you guys remember our chant? Pro equals no. I'm going to do it again. Pro equals no. When we say pro equals no, pro equals no nucleus, no DNA. No nucleus, no DNA in prokaryotes. Drill that in your head. Drill it in. So, if prokaryotes have no nucleus and probably not any DNA, eukaryotes do have it. Here's like how I like to do it. U equals true. So when they say true or false, a eukaryote has a nucleus and DNA. U equals true. Bet. All right. Eukaryotes have nucleuses and DNA. Pro equals no. No nucleus, no DNA. Simple. Simple. You guys gotta drill that in your head. Here's a big word that everybody has hated. binomial, non-molecular. All that is, when you see binomial, even if you don't know the second word, when you see binomial, that is the naming system. That is the overarching name of how we put these animals or organisms together. The binomial, non-molecular, the naming system. Binomial. Just remember that. Binomial is the naming system. All right, let's keep moving. Now, let's get into some of these types of organisms that you guys are seeing. Let's start off with plants. Remember, plants are producers. Plants are givers. Plants are autotrophs. So they make their own food. They are pretty self-independent. They're multicellular. Here's a big one for plants. They have a cell wall and they have chloroplast. We as people, as humans, as animals, do not have a chloroplast because we are heterotrophs. The chloroplast that we do not have and plants do allows them to make the food and the sugar needed for them to be autotrophs. Chloroplast. All right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about fungi. Fungi are heterotrophs. They cannot make their own food. Fungi are leeches. I don't know how to make that more specific for you guys. They want to cling on to you. They want to decompose. They want to break down. They want to take all of the things that we don't want. And they want to eat it. And they want to break down. And they want to make more. That's fungi. That's fungus. And they're mostly multicellular. Mostly. They have a cell wall, but they're not autotrophs. They don't have chloroplasts. That's the difference. Chloroplasts, autotrophs. Who has that? That'll tell you the difference between fungi and plants. And I'm seeing a lot of confusion between the two. And even with the next one. Protus, protista, whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it. Guys, I understand that that's the hardest one to classify. Protus. You want to know who I think about when I hear about Protus? Plankton from SpongeBob. Yeah, plankton. Hard to classify. You don't know what he's really going to do. It's a mostly underwater organism. And it's a mix. It's a mix, kind of. It's a mix of your plants and your fungi. That's basically what a protus is. And I don't want to keep elaborating. I don't want to confuse you because it's very, very specific. But you guys just got to know the basics. Mostly underwater. And it's sometimes a multicellular. Sometimes a producer. Sometimes it's just weird. Animalia. We, people, humans, animals, do not have cell walls. We don't have chloroplasts. We are heterotrophs. Classification goes from largest, most inclusive and diverse to smallest, least inclusive and very similar. So when you start at domain, know that that is very diverse. It's the biggest taxa. And as you go down and you get to species, that is the smallest, least inclusive, and very, very related species and organism once you get to the bottom of your chart. Genus and species are where you are going to look for direct relation. So when you are looking through two organisms who may or may not be similar, who may or may not have common ancestry, look at the genus and the species. Chloroplasts are only found in autotrophs. Only in autotrophs. Those are specifically for food producers only. We don't got it. We're hetero. So, You guys are gonna be successful tomorrow. Gonna go get great grades. And let's just run back over it one more time. King Philip came for good spaghetti. One more thing. If I'm in the same class as somebody, I'm in the same kingdom as them. Same domain, same phylum. If I'm in the same genus as somebody, I'm in the same family, I'm in the same class, I'm in the same phylum. If me and Mr. Funk are the same species, we are in the same genus, the same family, the same class, the same phylum, the same kingdom, the same domain. You guys know this stuff. So go be great. Make us proud. Go kill it, Bearcats.